Hello everyone and welcome for another video of Love and Wargames. Today we are coming back to Conquest Atlas. We had a tournament report recently, but it's been a while we didn't have a battle report, like a full one. We are going to make a short, essential battle report, kind of like what we do for Dystopian Wars, which means for this time we will not show any dice roll. Hopefully it will be a bit faster. There will be of course the debriefing and everything at the end, the important tactical discussion part and feedback and everything, but we will not film the dice roll in order to gain time. So I will not spend too much time. You know everything. Like, subscribe. You can go on Parallelum and use Love 10 code if you want to support our work and show that you want more Conquest content. Today I am joined, I will play the Dweghoms, of course, the Dweghom, as I've learned it's pronounced officially. And today I am joined by
Yes.
Okay, yes, you've seen him quite a few times, and this time, Yassin, you don't play Wadrun. What do you play?
I play city-state.
City-states, okay. It's just been finished painting, there's still a few things, but he finished the city-states. There are other armies being painted, such as Sorcerer Kings and everything. I will make most of the comments because Yassin doesn't want to speak too much English. However, something to note is that we are trying, because he has a channel as well, Jeux, Ruines and Famine, link in the description, and we will make 2 videos on one battle report. His video will be in French and he will film some dice roll and everything, and us will make the short version. So if you want to see a little bit more in detail what we're going to film today, and it's going to be a bit longer, you can go to Jeux, Ruines and Famine, activate the automatic subtitles of YouTube, it works well, and you can watch it from another angle. Now let's go for the list and the scenario. The scenario is going to be off balance, so there are 2 objectives to control and there are some secondary objectives to destroy. So I will need to protect those 2 and to destroy this one and vice versa for Yassin. So we know this scenario, it's quite fun, it's quite often in some tournaments, and yeah, it's not like an open field battle, so there are things to do. About open field, we try to do this time with a little bit less terrain on this ice map. We try not to make too many things because we'll see in this specific game if it impacts the gameplay. So you have this open field here to have some maneuvers. We do try to keep a few things just to not have literally empty space, but we would like to try for once to have this very open area and see how it goes and indeed how it impacts the gameplay. We don't have the update yet. We record on the 8th of May, but we had some teasers about some new rules of the city-states. We will apply them. For example, the hoplites now give opportunities to any regiment that attacks the same unit as the hoplites are engaged. So we'll see how this new terrain's configuration happens. For my Dweghom army, I play exactly the same list as I did in the ITC. Because I would like to show it to you, not in a tournament report, but in a real battle report. So we will start actually from here with my warlord. It's going to be this old rare inside a pack of old thanes. I put it in the middle, even though officially you're supposed to put them on the side because it's so much cooler like this. Then 2 packs of flame berserks, 1 pack of 3 flame berserkers, and 1 pack of 5 to be a little bit tougher. Those units like the flame berserks, those guys and more are to be won. If you just try to type a comment, there will be this summer random poll, and you can win either a large part of my Dweghoms or Union Armada for Dystopian Wars. So those guys are going to be some objective holders because of the old rare supremacy. I will not go too much in details. We're trying to go to the essential part. Here, an Ardent Kerawa in a pack of initiates, very tough unit, and he gives the tenacious to them as well. So they're really tanky and here to hold an objective and just not die. 2 packs of 3 steel forged, so they're independent, kind of like Dweghom cavalry, let's say, in a way. And finally 2 packs of old ballistae. They're also capturing objectives even though they are light because of the old rare supremacy. One of them holds the steel shaper. That's it for my Dweghom list. Let's have a look at the cities. Okay, I will present the army of Yassin. So we have first, let's start with the warlord once again. It is going to be this polemarch in a big pack of agemas. He has a relic that gives him cleave 4, very good against Dweghoms. As you can see, he plays his hero in the proper way. This is the official way to put, you put the command stand in the front and the hero on the side. He has 2 packs of Minotaurs, 3 Minotaur Therians with a huge hammer that are really purpose-made to kill Dweghoms, and 3 Minotaur Harpists harpist, I think, and those are a bit more defensive oriented and a bit cheaper as well. You have 3 stands of Selenoids, archer that can shoot in arc, so they can shoot above their hoplites and stuff. I'm zooming a little bit because they are really beautiful units. You know my Dweghom, but it's the first time we see this beautiful army on the channel. We see again those Inquisitors and Eidolon. We've seen them in First Blood, they were very efficient, and now we will see them in Last Arguments of King. They are fast, lethal, but not that tanky. We also have 3 stands of Satyroi. Those guys are going to be coming from the back, probably with the flank, and they will open the pathways because they have the new role called Pathfinder, which means that they can open the way for reinforcements later in the game. Very good. We also have here another Polemarch with a Cleave 1 relic in a pack of Thorakites. They lost fluid formation except when they activate from the strategic stack, but they gain Tenacious 2 against shooting attacks. Very well. And finally, a pack of 6 stands of hoplites, as we've said. If they are engaged against an enemy, anybody else from the city-states that attack the same enemy at the hoplites gains Opportunist, so they gain Flurry if they charge from the flank. That is going to be the scenario for today. We will play the first turn entirely without showing you much. I will try to just make a little debrief at the end of the turn or after big activations. But again, we are trying to do this fast. If you want the detailed battle report, go on Je Ruine and Famine from Hyacinthe. Without further ado, let's start the game. Let's see quickly the end of turn 1. Not many crazy things happened. What happened is, even though he had initiative and had to play first, because I don't have characters and he has strategic stack, I had to deploy my 2 regiments out of 4, maybe it's head on the rolls, first. So 1 pack of 3 Flame Berserkers here to threaten the objective and to be able to push a bit further for my reinforcements range. So those guys are quite motivated, but there is nothing in front of them because I deployed my other pack of 5 Flame Berserks, and this is where he decided to deploy his Thorakites with a Therian Minotaur. He actually made a little mistake at the deployment. He has not a 4th stand of Thorakites, but an extra auxiliary stand of Therian. Okay. And there are my 5 Flame Berserks ready to charge down. And also his Selenoi are here ready to start shooting on this objective and of course of supporting the Thorakites against the Flame Berserks. Let's go. I will probably meet again at the end of the second turn. All right, end of turn 2. Hyacinthe had 4 rolls of reinforcement. He succeeded none, so only the hoplites came automatically. And for me, I had 1 light and 1 medium success. And so 1 light failed, 1 medium failed. He put a big squad of 6 stands of hoplites just in front of the Flame Berserk, so I'm a bit scared, even though they are quite crazy berserkers. Facing a wall of pikes must be a scary prospect. So I just stayed at like 10 or 11 inches because he has a fixed charge range, so I'm quite fine here. My automatic reinforcements were my initiates. They are going to move forward to hold this objective. I think it's going to be quite hard for him to take it back. Nothing much happened here. He moved a bit forward, but it's okay. My Flame Berserk just put a little command stand here to give me 2 points, the first points of the game. My Steel Shaper and his whole Ballista are going here, either to shoot those guys or the objective, or Minotaurs, Inquisitors and stuff. And also they can capture objectives, so as a second wave, they can also make sure that I keep scoring. Finally, I brought 3 Steel Forged here, either to charge the objective or to make a flank charge on the Thrakites, we will see. Next turn, I have all my units coming automatically, the whole thing and the Olre with a flank. There's going to be the light units coming automatically now for my last Ballistae, and 1 unit coming by default automatically, the Steel Forge. So I will put a lot of pressure with all my units on the table turn 3. However, will I be able to score enough points in the end of the game, because he still has all his big hitters coming? That's another question entirely. End of turn 3. All my units are on the table and we see the battle line. There are still 2 units coming from the city-states, the ambushers, the Satyroi and the Eidolon. But so far it's going fine for me. I did attack those guys that moved forward to sacrifice themselves. They lost a stand. They wanted to protect the Therians, otherwise they would have had a charge at 4 reroll. He didn't want to take the risk. I did a good defense roll. He lost only 1 stand and not 1 more wound. Okay. Moving forward, with this guy and some steel force. This guy had a little issue is being repaired. Some ballistae for fire support and steel force for flank charge in case it's needed, but as you can see, it's not my best flank. Here, it went quite well here. He did a fluid formation activating from the strategy stack, charging and attacking me. It didn't go good for him at all. He actually had a Minotaur here that failed at Clash 4 all his 3 brutal impacts and then all his 5 attacks. And then I fought back. I lost a standstill. I fought back and the Minotaur ran away from the morale. So it's really going to be, I think it's going to be executed, or he will have a redemption arc a little bit later on in another game. Ballistae here that helped by shooting also some Thorakites. Things there. Those guys didn't move. They made an attack on this objective, suffering no point of damage from the Satyroi because of a good defense roll, and they are defense 4. Don't shoot with bows and arrow on something that is just a metal box. And the Agamas here waiting in reserve, but this is his main threat, well, with the Therians as well. And let's remember that the city-states still have reserves. We'll see if I manage to hold on later on. But so far, I have 7 points against 0, and I did start to attack the objective, but he still has a lot of firepower coming this turn. We are finishing turn 4, and this is the heart of the battle. Turn 5 will be the turning point. It's been very intense. As you can see here, I did manage to kill the Thorakites. However, I lost a stand, almost another one, because he died fighting extremely well. Good job, hero, dying fighting. I will not make it chronologically, we'll go left from right. At the very end, he put his Satyroi here, almost the last activation. And yeah, I had those guys activating just after. They pivoted, killing, like they made a great roll, and he failed all his saves. So 7 hits out of 10. It was really unexpected. No, much more than 10. 16. Still very good roll. And yeah, they got basically Iron Hands Overwatch in 40k. And well, I am a little bit feeling safer on this flank. Thanes moving here, just being threatening, just staying out of range of the Eidolon in case they make a move charge. And still, I have an idea here. I will not spoil, but there is a little trick that I used before to block Ashen Dawns, and I will try to do the same thing here. On this flank, Initiates came forward, held as much as they could. They still lost a stand, but they held the charge of the Minotaur Apist, and the firepower of the whole Ballistae move charge did manage to take 3 wounds out of 1 stand, so that's good. And the thing that was here, it was the very, very last activation of the turn. So some losses, like the Hoplites did almost nothing on the Flame Berserk, and the Flame Berserk did kill, like I think 2 stands in total, so they really did a good job, those Flame Berserk. Then the Minotaur Therians came here, almost like second to last activation of the turn, came here, brutal impact, killing a stand because that was blocking, so they moved even further closer and obliterated them like with their big hammers. They slaughtered the Flame Berserk. But then my very last activation of the turn, those guys, seeing that there was no big threat of being charged from the front, came here just so they will not be able to charge because I'm behind them. So they really show their cows' backs, let's say. And now he's a little bit threatened. I should have some good play here, except if he has initiatives and moves and he charges me. But still, it's going to be fine. I'm very afraid of the hammers, a bit less of the brutal impact. 12 points for the Dweghom, and we are beginning the 5th turn. It's going good, but now is the turn where all the Minotaurs and Eidolons and the big pack of Agamas are going to charge me. We'll see what is left of both armies at the end of the 5th turn. Okay guys, I know I said I only make reports at the end of the turn, but turn 5 is very decisive, so I'm going to make 3 things. He had initiative, unlucky me. He pivoted here and charged my Steel Forged, so I only had impact, but I made a terrible roll. Like, if you want to see the full terrible roll, look on Yasant's channel, but I made, out of 10 dice, only 1 was a 4, and the rest was 5 and 6. So 1 stand was obliterated, and I have 1 wound left on this one. So I almost got broken just from the impact. However, then I activated those guys and I made my trick. So I destroyed without inspiring the objective, and then I made a charge, automatic charge, almost killing a stand, but not. I'm happy, so I don't have a flank charge. The objective is that the Eidolon cannot go through because they cannot go through a unit that is engaged. So the only way for him is either to wait or to make a reform here and then moving a little bit. But I gained a lot of time, and every time gained is points for me. Now the Selenoi are going to attack in melee. You know what? Let's make a roll. Like, it's not a decisive roll, but since it's ready, vas-y, Hyacinthe.
Et
they were not very, very good. So four attacks at defense 4. Let's make the whole thing. I lose a wound for the politeness. It's very polite to never not lose a wound. And morale is fine. I lose 1 wound. Okay, we finished the turn 5, and actually it's not decided yet. Like, they're still very much, like we will know, I hope, end of turn 6, who's gonna win. Not sure yet. Here, I managed to kill 1, and almost he has 1 wound left, because this is the wounds that he has taken. He has 1 wound left, and I didn't manage to break him yet. All of them shot everything aiming on those guys. I did not make a single wound. He made a great defense roll. Here, I killed 1 of them, even with all the spells and everything, and he killed me another stand and a little bit. So it's an attrition game. I think I'm gonna win, especially if I have some shooting attack, but I'm very worried of what's going on here. I managed to kill off those guys, like barely on the exact wound, which is good, but they killed me 1 stand, and well, yeah, that's already good for them. I temporized here. I actually moved a little bit back with my Flame Berserks, because this way, if he charges, I have my whole things right here ready to make a flank charge, and he doesn't know like how to do. I did my Ashendon thing, so he had to move the Agemas on the side to give the place for those guys to reform. Now he can charge, but again, it's gonna be charges not so easy. And again, if he comes here, he is going to have some hard time. And those guys are still engaged, like in combat, and we will see how that goes. It's like 21-0, so probably the City States player, Hyacinthe, is gonna make all in. He's gonna have to charge and just try to wipe me out and go back through the score. He has the power to do that. He still has these big units that can really, they're kitted out with Clash 3, Clash 4 to kill, Cleave 3, Cleave 4 to wipe out Dweghoms. Here it's not going so good actually, especially if he has initiatives. We'll see how it goes during turn 6, which is where the winner will be decided. Okay, we started, and as you can see, I had initiative, and luckily, very luckily from this, I wiped out the Therian Minotaurs without inspiring, because I hit on 5s anyway, and then I charged automatically here, doing enough damage to kill this stand, and is thus broken from the impact attack. And he activated, I was surprised, his first activation is a Selenoi, and he was quite right to do that because he killed the stand and broke my regiment of Steel Forged on this side. This turn 6 is getting quite interesting. End of turn 6, and we kind of know who's probably going to win by now because, as I said, I got initiative here. I wiped out the Therians before they could activate even. No, they did activate, but then I finished them off with the old Ballistae. Those guys are unbroken, but it's not going so good. I hold this objective, and I don't see how he's gonna take it back. On this side, I shamed the Dweghom ancestors, but I played temporization. I moved back with my Flame Berserks, so he had to commit, because he needs points by now, and to take this objective. So he did control, he has 2 points. Moved a little bit here because I really annoyed him with my Steel Forged, and he had to make a little reformation, as you can see. That is not ideal for him at all, and we will see how it solves here, but on the right flank it is basically victory secured. Quite happy of how it's going. Now it's a matter of how it is going here, because come on, let's be honest, we've all come here to see this huge clash between big blocks of Dweghom infantry and the elite of the city-state, the Aremas, and those Inquisitors as well. So this is what we're going to see in turn 7, but points-wise, it's 23 for the Dweghoms, 2 for the city-states, so it's not a big doubt anymore. However, let's see the big actions that are coming here. I probably will film some rolls. And we're arriving at the end of the game. I wiped out this unit here. These shooters killed the Hoplites. Basically, there is only the Agemas and the Eidolons. We will make the last few attacks. They wiped out the Flame Berserks. So basically what happened, I'm not sure what I said before between the 2 videos, but the Agemas came here, did 1 stand of damage against the Thanes, because Cleave 1 but hardened 1. My Flame Berserk came here, killing 3 stands outright, exactly 12 wounds. Those Eidolons came here, wiped out the Flame Berserk. I made a duel with the command stand with the Hoplite, like the Polemarch. Of course, I got wiped out, but it's nice to be able to use once in a while the duel rule. And then we made a duel, of course, the epic duel. You probably saw the miniature.
between the Polemark and the Oldre. We filmed it on the French channel because we go more in detail there. But you can guess the results of the dice. We basically slaughtered each other. Cleave 4, cleave 1, lots of attack that hit. Not such an amazing defense. So both characters killed each other in an heroic, epic struggle. And now we will make the end of the game. I will make just one little filming at the very end of the game, and then we'll go for the debriefing. Okay guys, very quickly, because we finished the game and you expect how it ends. He did get initiatives coming here, killing one stand and a half, but not much more. And then I fight back, killing 2 stands, then he's broken. Then basically turn 9, everybody comes around, rear charge. I shoot full firepower with this guy and everything. And I finish out the last wounds of this single stand. Turn 8, I capture only this, because I will focus on killing this guy probably. And turn 9 and 10, I have both objectives. So we finished 37, I think, to 6, or 39 to 6, something like this. Victory for the Dweghom. It was quite interesting. Like, I'm very happy of this, how this game went. Every unit did what it was supposed to do. Let's go for the debriefing. All right, we hope that you enjoyed the game. Thank you very much for having watched until the end. Before we go for the debriefing, I will say all again the YouTube things. Like, subscribe, have a look at Je Ruine and Famine if you want to see some dice rolls a bit more. Share with your friends and everything. And thank you very, very, very much if you buy Conquest stuff through the Parabellum website with 10% off thanks to the Love 10 discount. You have 10%, we get some money back, and you have free delivery and stuff. It's really a good deal for everyone, and we make more and more conquests with this. It's how we pay our armies and expect a lot more armies. Like, we have city-states are done, sorcerer kings are coming. We have Nords that are done as well. Expect a lot more conquest armies arriving here. We have Euronis coming as well, lots of stuff. Now, about the game. So, Hyacinthe, whose microphone doesn't work anymore, told me a few things, so I will translate what you said. Je vais dire ce que tu voulais dire. Hyacinthe told me, and I have some technical issues with my microphone, but he told me that there are 2 rules that he forgot and that could have changed a lot of things. The game had fluid formation, which means all this time when it was a bit blocked, etc., he could have tried to make a pivot and try charge to annoy me. And he didn't, so he forgot that. He remembered it on the Thraki test. It's kind of their job, but the Agamas have it as well. We'll see in the new update of the city-state. But yeah, if you don't play with them, it really could have helped him here and changed a lot the physiognomy of the game. And he also had his Polemark this capacity called Army of Lions, Supremacy, which gives him Clash +1, doesn't matter that much, but especially it gives them Tenacious. It might have saved him in a duel, actually, if it works for the characters on the duel. Let us know in the comments. But it's always something good to know. But overall, it was one of his first time playing city-states, at least at 2,000 points here. He just finished painting the army like this, like the full-scale army. You've seen it on First Blood before. But yeah, so forgive him if he made some mistakes. And again, if you saw some rules that we misplayed, let us know in the comments. We asked in the Last Argument of King Discord, the official one, at some point in the rules, like, can we do that? Can we do that? And rules change sometimes, so let us know if we made a misplay. On my side, I knew this list quite well. Probably also one of the reasons why I won is because I knew what this list could or could not do and how it was supposed to be played. It's very fun. I'm happy that you could see, like, turn after turn after turn, all the way until the end of turn 10, how it plays. And it's very, very fun to play. Like, I love this list very much. It's very much like defensive, hold the line, wait for the enemy to come. It's how dwarves should play, I think. And I'm happy that there is actually one way that you can play this with the Dweghoms. I hope that the update that we're getting in August with crazy new miniatures and stuff will keep this play style alive. Like, just be tanky. You're not fast, you're not very lethal, but at least you tank and you keep the objectives. Okay, I think we said everything. Thank you very much for having watched until the end once again, guys. And until the next video, remember to keep things fair in love and war games. Bye!